Fat loss has been made more complicated than ever before, but what if I told you that there's a much simpler way to lose fat that only requires you to follow one rule? Now, before this, you've probably heard that you need to follow a certain diet and eliminate all processed foods if you want to lose fat. But what if I told you that you didn't? I never skip dessert and I frequently eat out, but I still look like this because I follow one simple rule, and that is the Pareto principle. So, the Pareto principle, better known as the 80-20 rule, states that 80% of the results that we achieve come from 20% of the things that we do. Meaning that to achieve what we want to achieve, it's not about doing everything that we can, but more so about doing a few things, but doing them very well. And that pretty much summarizes my entire philosophy for fat loss. It's not about doing everything you can, it's about the 20%, which don't worry, I'm going to show you what that is. It's about doing the 20% very well and not worrying about the other 80%. And what that means is you don't have to skip out on family get togethers. You don't have to avoid dessert and you don't have to start living like a robot just because you want to lose fat and fit better into your clothes. So now that you know to only focus on the 20% that's going to get you results, let's break down exactly what that 20% is. And this 20% rule can be broken down into 3 simple daily habits that anybody can implement into their daily lives. The first of which is to keep track of and increase your daily step count. If you choose to completely ignore the other 2 habits that I'm going to tell you, you shouldn't, but if you choose to, then that's fine as long as you take this one thing from my video. Because this habit is so unbelievably easy that you can implement it from the comfort of your own house. No, you don't have to go onto a treadmill and you don't have to have a treadmill in your house. You can literally walk in your house. I know, it sounds crazy and it might feel weird at first, but this has been the biggest determining factor of me getting lean. But really, what you want to do is make sure that you're consistently getting more than 7,500 to 8,000 steps. And that's going to allow you to live a little more freely and have a little more freedom and room for error with your diet. And don't worry, I'm going to tell you exactly how to eat here in a second. Now, the second thing, and this is going to completely change the way your body looks in as little as 90 days, is regular lifting. Now, when I say regular lifting, don't visualize going to the gym 6 days a week. That's not what I do, and that's not what I make my clients do. The way that I train myself and my clients is to go to the gym as little as you need to see amazing results and no more. And that number is astonishingly low, and apparently it's to most people's surprise. You don't have to be in the gym for any more than 3, maybe 4 hours a week to see unbelievable results if you do things right. Now, I'm not going to go into the details of what you're going to do in the gym, but when you train the minimalist way, you not only lose fat and change the way your body looks completely, but you do it without sacrificing your entire life. Because think about it, if you're only in the gym 3 to 4 hours a week, I mean, that's barely any time. I guarantee you, I guarantee you're spending more time on your phone, scrolling or watching YouTube videos than 3 to 4 hours a week. Imagine that same time taken and invested into the only asset that you're always going to have, your body. The third and final part of the Pareto principle is to stay within your caloric budget. The world of fat loss diets is more bizarre than it's ever been. I mean, every other day you hear somebody say something new. Oh, meat is bad for you, glucose is bad for you, gluten is bad for you, vegetables are bad for you. If you don't believe me, go look this up. All of that doesn't matter nearly as much as staying within your caloric budget. And I'm going to tell you how to set one up here in a second. Now, there's 2 major mistakes that people make here, and you should avoid both of them because they're very detrimental. The first one is to guesstimate your calories. Most people's guesses about how much they're eating or how much they need to eat are terrible. So don't guess your calories, get an accurate assessment of how many calories you need every day by going onto caloriecalculator.com and inputting your details, and then the website will tell you how many calories you need to lose weight, gain weight, blah, blah, blah. I've had a client lose as much as 10 pounds in 1 month. The second mistake that you don't want to make is you don't want to eyeball how much you're eating every day. That is because, once again, most people's estimation of how much they're eating every day is terrible. So I'll show you an example. Look at this photo. Both of these would be a tablespoon of peanut butter, but one of these has like twice the amount of calories as the other. Now, the fourth thing that I'm going to say, this isn't really part of the Pareto principle, but it's something that I say to everybody. All three of these rules that make up the Pareto principle are amazing if they're implemented consistently. If you do it once every week or maybe 3 days out of 7, you might as well not do it. You might as well just forget about the goals that you have. So, accountability is of utmost importance. And if you'd like to be held accountable by me personally, you can click the link in the description. I'll see you in the next video.